Thank you for joining. Welcome to another episode of Reverse Reacts. We are Reverse. He's Tiz, he's Khadijah. I'm Zach.
Bitch, who am I?
She's some bitch.
What?
No, she's not. No, I want to take
This
that all back.
This is literally like the millionth time
I want to say that back.
that you've called me a
No,
bitch.
I didn't mean it.
Like,
It was,
actually, this is my microphone. You've actually called me a bitch
I didn't mean
a
it.
million times.
I didn't mean it, and it was insensitive of me, and I'm really sorry, and I take it back.
Just like when you clacked me in the face with a fan.
Yes.
Wow, it's
No,
real.
I mean it. I'm
it's
really
real
sorry.
out here today on Reverse.
It came out. I was being obnoxious, and I just forgot that I call you a bitch a lot. I'm sorry.
I'm actually not a bitch.
She's not a bitch. She's not a bitch. She's a very sweet. She brought us food and like croissants and olive bread and dips, and I love you. And you're such a sweet person. I'm serious.
I know.
Sorry.
It's just so awkward. A really long intro.
So
we're not using any of that.
Yeah, you have to.
You have to.
without further ado,
That's what makes this shit
It's
special.
the hashtag honesty.
so we're gonna watch 91 now, with their song Bari Biled.
Bari Biled
Bari Biled.
from 91. Here we go, y'all. We're going to Kazakhstan.
Yep, hopping on that
Take some
internet
tips.
plane to Kazakhstan.
Hey, check us out down below at Reverse Live, RIVERSE. Thanks. Oh, I remember them. Thanks, sorry.
It's okay.
You're so different than that.
He has braces.
Sorry.
Adam adamdan korkar kez getir jittik. Biz жоқ жердің бәрі әдемі бұл саңыраулар мұлтқа әлемді. Еркіндік күлбәні не дейді оны көрмегесін. Дәмін ерні бұл әріптерді. Сәні терді мен жаймен дедім көрген нәрсені. Мәлім дейін сен бар нәрсен. Кешкі түнгі және таңертеңгі біз үшін бұның бәрі ертең. Көп сырланды ұлттық үннен. Бір кінәлап бірін түртуде. Бәрі бөлінуде біртіндеп бірақ 7 миллиард бір бүтінде. 7 миллиард бір бүтінде. 7 миллиард бір бүтінде. 7 milyar бүтін не. Тек олар сен іске асу үшін.
I really want to know what they were saying throughout the entire song. I have so much respect for any artist that uses their space to speak on things that are serving the world, you know, serving the planet, serving people. I just, the visuals were very powerful. The energy of the song was very powerful. You could just feel that there's a strong message coming at you. Their vocals were great. The performance to camera, the energy of this way that it was shot, everything was just wonderful. It was beautiful. And like it literally when it ended here, I was like, I want more. Like I want to know what I'm hearing, what they're saying to me. I was reading a lot of the messages that were popping up, excuse me, in the middle of the video, but I don't think I got a full sense of what exactly was being said. So I'm definitely gonna go back and check this out. It's just those final images just also put me like in a space. I mean in another space, because girl, this is not the one today, but you know what I mean? Like it's just like seeing some of those images of what happens in the world. Like sometimes we forget, like you go through your day to day and like you forget that in some places in the world, bombs are going off, you know, and people are like running for their lives, and there's children who are displaced, and this trash is like occupying a whole percentage of some people's like homes and like their cities and towns, and animals are dying, and it's I'm not trying to say all this to be all morbid or whatever. I believe this is to spark a discussion, but it really puts things into perspective. Like when you go through your day to day and like what you're worried about, what you're concerned about. Oh, and you know, my whatever like my bank account is just little things that we stress and that we worry about, and it's like things like this really just bring you back to a certain awareness that I think all of us as people on this planet need to have, a sense of awareness of what else is happening around this world. Anyway, I could go on and on about this. That was fantastic. I really have a different type of respect for this band.
91.
91, yeah, after seeing this, for sure.
I mean, you pretty much hit the nail on the head with that one. Yeah, I didn't expect to get like emotional at the end of this song, but it's because it's actually happening. Mm-hmm. Like you're saying, you know what I mean? Like this stuff is real, and it's like it makes you sad to think like, wow, like I'm not actually seeing this firsthand, but this is happening in the world that we live in, right? So yeah, but you know, that aside, I think the song itself was a beautiful song. Like Diz was saying, I want to know what the actual lyrics are, so I'll definitely translate that. Beautiful tone, visuals in this were fantastic. I'm a fan. Like I liked them from the first song that we heard from them, but this is just, I don't know, makes them more something else.
They have something to say,
yeah.
Like something real to say. So there's a respect for them that's not just a respect as what you gave me singing and dancing in the other video. Like you're respecting their humanitarianism.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
absolutely.
It came from you can just automatically tell when something comes from a place of seeking recognition or genuine kind of interest and care and truth and passion and love. And it was definitely from that latter place. You know, it's the like social dialogue and narratives of like we're doing this, you know, we're here for this, but it's becoming so elevated, which is great, but for one reason that it's beginning a discussion everywhere in the mainstream. But what's becoming more and more prevalent is people's intentions behind it aren't necessarily for that purpose or cause or and I can't broad brush that generally, but what you do find is people. I'll speak from myself, like, you know, when something is topical, it becomes the passion du jour, you know what I mean? The social dialogue of this is what we're working on today. And it becomes like a populist type of discussion and engagement. And I guess just growing up with parents that came from the Middle East and with a lot of just drama and tragedy and war and conflict, I learned to, unfortunately, not really connect with a lot of that because I suppressed it. So like, I basically just closed the door and I was like, no, don't worry guys. Like, you know what I mean? Like trying to keep it shut. And to some extent, it caused me to lose a level of presence with a lot of the things happening around us today, because, you know, I'm really grateful that I live in a country where I can be free. I can express my freedoms and I can love who I want. Mm-hmm. I'm also well fed. I'm, you know, I can sleep warm at night. Mm-hmm. All of these amazing things that, you know, we forget that many people, in fact, most people in this world do not get the pleasures of, do not get the safety from. Mm-hmm. And I think that's like really, really, I say like a little gratitude list every night. Some nights I forget, I'm like pretty bad at remembering, but I'm trying. And like, literally that comes up all the time. I'm like, I'm underneath a fucking duvet right now. Like, you know what I mean? Yeah. Mm-hmm. Like, we're blessed. Mm-hmm. And if we can all try and share those blessings with the world, as opposed to sharing it for personal gain or whatever. And I'm not trying to be cynical about it. I believe there are people who genuinely care and help. But if we just all approach the world that way, I think, you know, we'd be different.
Mm-hmm. I don't think you can be faulted for what you said about pushing kind of the reality of what your parents would ever went through, because at the end of the day, you're also a human and you want to protect your heart and your mind, you know. I think just you having your, whenever you do remember showing your gratitude, speaking your gratitude, or writing a gratitude list, or I feel like those things are important and should be, what am I trying to say? I think that's a good thing that you're doing, because a lot of people just live through their days not thanking anything for their positions, you know what I mean? So yeah, we can go on and on.
I know. I was gonna say, I think that's kind of why I appreciate stuff like this, like really, like well-crafted art, that there's passion behind it and there's beauty behind it, but it also has a message and there's a call to action behind it, and it kind of has that like empowering, like I want to get up and do something, like we are the world, so let me do my part, because it is, I think a lot of people don't pay attention to what's going on in the world. Yes, because they're wrapped up in their own stuff, but also yes, because it is a little bit overwhelming sometimes. It makes you very sad, or it is kind of like you have this like defeatist feeling about it, which is real. That is real. We have to, like, still have to be able to like get up and go through my day to day without being depressed about all the things that are happening in this world. But if I can look at it and have it be a realistic view of what's happening, but also an understanding that like there are positives and there are things that I can do to make it better, and I can encourage other people to do their part to make it better as well, then it helps us all kind of like, we can actively progress rather than just being stuck in the cynicism. Yeah. So it's so important. I love to see stuff like this, and this was really well done. It wasn't like some little like beep-boop group who were just like, I have a great message, but
it wasn't
there's
cheesy.
No talent behind it. Like they sounded amazing. Their performance was amazing. The video was so well done. Yeah. So it makes people want to watch it and want to listen to it, and that's just more people are going to get that message. So it's fantastic.
Really quickly, the first way and the first line of sight to be a citizen of the world and to express your thought is going out and voting. If you live in a country where the blessings of a democracy, when I read the statistic of how little people voted in all the prior elections from the various age groups, relative to all of these Facebook where like everyone has an opinion on something, well, go and express your opinion, but do it in a place where it counts, on the ballot. I want to go and vote now.
Yes.
I love that.
Seriously.
I'm very guilty of that. I don't vote. I mean, that's a whole other topic. We'll create another YouTube series and talk about that. But yeah.
Playlist or no.
It's a
Playlist.
big
That's a
playlist
first
for
for
me.
me.
Yeah.
And Google Translate.
Yes.
Google Translate. Yes. Yeah.
Hi everybody! Many of you guys have shared with us that Reverse brings you joy and happiness on your brightest and darkest days.
What you really may not know is that you, the Ivy League, you really provide us with that as well. And so we would like to use this YouTube platform so that we can make a declaration together.
And that declaration is #BWVL. You are beautiful, you are worthy, you are valued, you are loved. Say it with me, guys, using an I statement. I am beautiful, I am worthy, I am valued, I am loved.
Because each and every single one of you are. Much love always from Reverse.
Get up off your, don't waste another day. Seconds and minutes turn to hours, gonna fade away. Life is amazing, live like it's your last day. Enjoy the ride, don't let time pass you by, cause you can't get it back.